Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let me begin by expressing my regret that I cannot be with you in person today. Nevertheless, I am very pleased that my fellow commissioners of the Advisory Commission on Rakhine State are with you to release our interim report, which has been submitted to the State Councillor. In my absence, Commissioner Ghassan Salami will chair the press conference and provide you with additional details on the report and our recommendations. Let me make a few introductory remarks on the report. First, we should accept that the nature of the crisis facing Rakhine State has changed due to the attacks of 9 October and the subsequent security operations. This has led to investigations and reports by the United Nations and human rights agencies. However, we as an advisory commission are guided by our mandate to focus mainly on long-standing obstacles to peace and development in Rakhine State. We recognize that the challenges facing Rakhine State and its people are complex, and the search for lasting solutions will require determination, perseverance, and trust. Nevertheless, there are steps that can be taken immediately, which we put forward in this report. The report proposes a series of measures to address the situation in Rakhine State. These recommendations include a renewed call for unimpeded access for humanitarian actors and journalists to the affected areas in Rakhine State, and for independent and impartial investigation of the allegations of crimes committed on and since 9 October 2016. We strongly believe that perpetrators of these crimes must be held to account. Our recommendations, of course, go beyond the current situation in northern Rakhine and include proposals relating to the protection of rights, freedom of movement, enhanced economic and social development, and the edification of Rakhine's cultural heritage. The Commission is aware of a number of unresolved concerns surrounding the verification of citizenship and recommends that they be clarified and resolved without delay. We also stress that inclusive access to healthcare and education for all the people in Rakhine requires attention and improvement. In this context, the Commission makes some interim recommendations for early remedial measures. In the Commission's view, creating conditions conducive for intercommunal dialogue, representation, and participation in public life are essential to ensure that Rakhine State is spared from recurring cycles of violence and destruction. We make some recommendations in that regard. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, in developing these interim recommendations, my fellow commissioners and I have undertaken numerous consultations and discussions with a wide range of stakeholders in Rakhine, Yangon, and Nipitau. As part of that consultative process, a commission team visited Bangladesh. We have also held consultations with officials from Indonesia, Thailand, and organizations based in New York and Geneva. We believe that bilateral cooperation with Bangladesh on security and economic matters is critical, as is the outreach to ASEAN members. The recommendations in this report are not exhaustive and do not address all the issues covered in our mandate. These are early proposals for action. The main body of our recommendations will be presented in a final report later this year. In closing, I want to commend my fellow commissioners and members of our office in Yangon who have worked tirelessly to fulfill the important task set for us by the State Councillor. Our consultations will continue as we work to produce our final report, and we look forward to further exchanges with communities and stakeholders across Rakhine State. Thank you again for attending this press conference.